All right, let's move over to the home team for the 26th edition of the Las Vegas Bowl. The Ducks of the University of Oregon. We have head coach Mario Cristobal, also linebacker Troy Dye, and quarterback Justin Herbert. We'll start off with you, Coach. Your comments, please.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody involved with the Las Vegas Bowl. It's been an incredible experience and a reward at the same time for our players that have worked so hard all year. Everything that we have been involved with out here has been first class, while at the same time providing the resources to have real productive practices, allow us to get focused, and at the same time, be able to balance that, as mentioned before by Coach Harsin, give the players an opportunity to detach themselves without ever losing sight of the goal, and that's playing great football on Saturday against a great opponent that we have a tremendous amount of respect for. So, again, many thanks to everyone involved, so many people, the hosts, the hostesses I've gone far and beyond any bowl that I've ever been at before, and truly are grateful to them, and we want to make sure that we repay them by having our best performance on Saturday.
Thanks, Coach. Let's get the Duck players involved here. Troy, you've obviously had some time to study Bronco on film. What kind of challenges do the Boise State offense pose for you guys?
Excuse me. They have a lot of great tools they can use. The receivers are great. Running backs run really hard, physical. O-line does a great job opening up holes for the running backs to get through. They have two great quarterbacks that they utilize very well in their game plans, 4 and 3. So when they go out there, we got to just play our defense and just hope for the best and just keep rocking with it.
Okay. And for you, Justin, what is it like preparing for the bowl game with basically a new head coach, but one who has already been on your staff, who you know very, very well? What do you think?
Yeah, coaching changes are always kind of a tough transition, but Coach Cristobal's done a great job keeping us focused, and he's a great coach and an even better person, and I know he's got our backs, and we'd go to battle for him any day.
Very good. Questions for the Oregon group? Sir?
I probably didn't have that much of an impact, but he's a great coach, and I'm super excited for him to be coming back because we've built a great relationship, and I really agree with the things he's doing on offense, and I think he's a great coach, and can't wait to be working with him for the next couple of years.
Oregon questions? Sir?
Yeah, they're really well coached. They've got really athletic guys playing on defense, and they're well taught, and they fly around, and they play passionate defense, and they're a team that deserves all of our attention, and just a really good defense.
Well, as you know, Tyrell's a very special individual and a very talented football player. This is kind of a homecoming for him, and obviously, the events of past have really had a tremendous impact on him. So, Tyrell, as Justin will tell you, besides being a really good football player, his impact in the locker room, in the community, the way he handles himself, the way he takes young freshmen under his wing and guides them, and helps kind of set the standard and sets the tone every single day is invaluable. It is priceless. So for us, obviously, we're through the roof excited that he is participating in the game, and he's had his best week of preparation that he's had all year. So I know this means a lot to him and all the people in his family and friends that know him out here. So, and I kind of imagine Justin's probably pretty happy a little bit too.
Yeah, he's a leader. He's a guy that everyone goes to, and for him to come back and play in this game is huge for our offense because he plays such an important role, and I know that everyone's super excited to have him back.
Well, I've said this before, and I might sound like a broken record. A lot of the media folks has been out here before, but You know, as coaches, we're teachers, right? And that's kind of our job. We're kind of the last stop that these guys have before they go onto the real world and have to have real life decisions and circumstances. So when something like that happens, it's by far the most humbling experience of my life. And our coaching staff, we take great pride in having the DNA that we're going to squeeze out every ounce of effort and passion and blood, sweat, and tears for our guys. So it just makes you want to go to even that much farther of an extent to make sure that you do right by the players and understand that you're never going to be perfect, but that your intentions must be for them because of the way that they express themselves. And I guess to sum it up best, it means that we'll do whatever it takes to make sure we never let them down. The extra bowl practices, is that what you had mentioned? You know, well, last year that wasn't part of the the circumstance. So this year it has been invaluable for us. You know, we've got a fair amount of freshmen and some that have played, but others that haven't had enough playing time, or some guys that were injured early. And any coach will tell you, anytime you have the opportunity to go out on the field and work fundamentals, work schematically, things that guys haven't had a good amount of time to adjust to or perfect. You couple that with the fact that the guys that have played a lot of football, while getting some rest, at the same time get to kind of polish and sharpen up their skills. These bowl practices, it's with only having 15 days of spring ball, as we do in college football, it's invaluable. I think it starts on the inside. Everybody wants to look at, how imposing he is as a quarterback, the arm talent, how he could run, and the vision, all that stuff. He has all those things you want physically in a quarterback, but I think the stuff that makes him what he is that DNA. He's made of the right stuff. He was raised the right way, and therefore that stuff it oozes out of him. And a lot of times people have asked me, you're from Miami, you're out here to Oregon, and how does all that work? And I often think of guys like Justin, where it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're a hard worker, if you do things the right way, if you're genuine, if your care factor is high and through the roof, it transcends all that stuff. And the way he is, and Troy is as well. I want to make sure that we understand how important and how similar these guys are. It has an impact on others, and we always talk about, as you continue to grow, within this team and this program and your career, you have to have an impact on others. You have to affect those around you, and these guys certainly do so. We couldn't be more thrilled.
Any more questions for the Ducks? Yes.
He's a great quarterback. I haven't really compared him to any other quarterback because he's his own person. So you can't really compare quarterbacks like that. But he puts the ball where the receivers need the ball to be put. He reads defenses well. He never takes a sack often. He tries to get the ball out of his hands. So we just got to get back there and just try to put him on the ground and hopefully just try to limit his targets on receivers and just make him feel uncomfortable back there and just rile him up a little bit to get him off his game, because he is a great quarterback when he's on his game and he's on his P's and his Q's. We just got to try to disrupt him a little bit and throw him off a little bit. Just go out there and play our style of defense. We can't change up our defense for anybody. Got to go out there and just play against a great offense that they have. They have a lot of weapons. They create a lot of explosive plays, so we got to go out there and try to limit those plays and just try to go out there and just play working defense, play fast, play physical, and just see what happens at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think one of the things Boise State does great is that they do a lot of things really well on defense. They're well taught on D-line, linebackers, and the defensive backs. And I think one of the challenges we'll have is getting started early, just getting used to them and seeing how they play and just get our offense going. Yeah, you kind of find out how much football means to you. I think when you spend 5 games on the sideline, you can only do so much. You can only talk to the players and help them prepare, but you find out how much football means to you. And I found out that football means a lot to me, and I'm just glad to be back and excited to be playing.
It's difficult. I mean, you can't go over all the shifts and trades that they do, because they do a lot, like you said. But you just got to watch a lot of film, because you can't go over everything in practice. But you got to do your best, and we're just going to try to stay sharp. I mean, Coach Luck's going to get the call in fast, so we can be able to adjust. We have 2 calls in each call, so we got to go out there and just play off of what they give us and just have fun with it. Oh, definitely. I mean, I knew we had the talent last year. We just didn't have the right schematic scheme. But I mean, when Coach Levy came in, he put all the guys in the right spot. So I mean, we're just happy and excited that we have him here. So just gotta go out there and keep fighting and keep working.
Yeah, he played such an important role in our offense. I mean, and for the 12 games he came back for, I think we were really blessed to have him around, and we really respect his decision, because he's going to have a great career in the NFL. But I know that we got 2 guys behind him, Kanai and Tony, and even Felix, our other running back. They're all really special running backs, and I know that they'll get the job done, and we'll play with who we have.
More questions for Oregon? Go ahead.
Well, I think probably the most important connection is the fact that, in the game of football, I've been a big believer, been raised and groomed by the guys I had a chance to work with and work for, to always respect the game of football, and the first thing that comes to mind when doing that is respecting your opponent. And we have the utmost respect for them because of their history, what they show on film, how they do things on and off the field. So that to me is the most relevant and important thing. We got a tremendous game against a tremendous opponent, and I'm sure both teams will be out there at their best to provide a great game for everybody tomorrow.